get started is start recording. For those of you that are just joining us, I want to welcome you to the first of 8 educational wellness series. And today we're going to focus on learning things that we can do when we're getting started with essential oils, when we're new to oils. And I am very excited to bring this information to you because I know it can be a little confusing, a little overwhelming when you get started with oils. And whether you're brand new or you've been using oils for a little bit, I'm hoping that some of this information is going to be useful and helpful and give you additional tips that you may not have been aware of. Now, as I mentioned, the class will take approximately an hour. I am recording the class, so if you need to hop off, the link will be available afterward. And I do want to suggest that you have your cell phone ready so you can take some screenshots and some pictures of some of the recipes, because this is a very comprehensive presentation. There will be a lot of information that you might want to refer to afterward. So I am Elisa Bonet. I'm an essential oil educator and a wellness advocate with doTERRA. And joining me today, on this call are Elsa Lopez and Anna Ruiz. They will be answering questions in Zoom and in Facebook if any come up. If not, we will address any questions at the end of the class. So why don't we get started? Now, you have received your oils. Maybe you got a kit that looks like something here. The one with the supplements and the vitamins, or maybe it was the kit with the diffuser and your 10 basic oils. It doesn't matter which kit you received. The most important thing is to open your products and open your oils. Don't let them sit on a shelf. Don't put them in a drawer. Don't hide them away in a box under your desk. You want to pull them out and open them up. Start smelling those beautiful oils and start playing with them. And I'm going to give you lots of different ways that you can incorporate them into your daily routine. But first of all, we're going to open them and we're going to get set up and get organized. Throughout the class, I'll be talking about different tools that I suggest you incorporate and have readily available, because they are going to make the blending of oils, creating recipes, the use of them, especially if there's children, a lot easier. So here are some of the tools that I am going to be talking about in a few minutes. We have some stickers so that you can label everything. Fractionated coconut oil, which we use to dilute our oils. We'll learn about the importance of dilution. A way to keep them organized in one central place that you can find them easily. And then, of course, rollerballs to make those fabulous blends. Now, the first thing that I would suggest doing, if you did not get labels with your kit, is purchasing some stickers. These labels, you have everything from individual oils to the blends, and even blank labels for when you make those custom personalized rollerballs. And they're very inexpensive to order. You can get them for about 50 cents through your doTERRA account. So make sure that you add this to your wish list. Now, when you place a label on the top of your bottle, it makes it so much easier to find when you have it in your box, or you have it in a drawer, wherever it is you keep your oils. It's a lot easier to see them from the top than to pick up individual bottles and look at the name that way. You also want to make sure you're putting these oils in a handy place. You want to have them in your purse, in your backpack, in your drawer at work, by your bed. Whenever you travel, make sure you take your oils with them. The important thing is to have them handy so that you can remember to use them. And if they're visible, that's going to make it so much easier. Here are a few tools that I suggest you consider adding to your order. I love my wooden doTERRA boxes. They're very light but sturdy, and you can house a good variety of oils in them. You can order 2 or 3 of these boxes if you like. That's what I did. And I like to organize mine in alphabetical order. Makes it super easy to find what I'm looking for. The other tool that I carry with me in my purse all the time, I have 2 or 3 of these in my purse as well, are these little keychains with tiny, they're called drams. They're 5/8 drams, little bottles or vials where you can put your favorite oils and then have them as your little first aid in your purse. And great for travel, for kids, if you want to share oils with different members of your family. This keychain is really a fabulous way to do that. Now, the reason that we are here today is because we want to ensure that you know how to use your oils for those reasons that prompted you to get started in the first place. Think back when you were at the class. What were you struggling with? What kind of health conditions did you want to improve? Think about them right now. What were those 3 reasons? Because as we go through this class, you'll be able to draw from those recipes and those suggestions. And the most important thing to keep in mind is that using these oils on a daily basis, on a regular basis, and incorporating them into your wellness routine is what's going to give you the most success. Now, if you received a reference guide, an A to Z guide, any type of guide that will give you health conditions and then the different oils that you can use to support those health conditions, make sure you have that reference guide handy at all times too. Have you had time to look through it? Or when you had your wellness consult, perhaps your wellness advocate wrote out a protocol in the Live Lifestyle Overview. Page 16 would have protocols that were pertaining to your specific needs at the time. When you're doing research, please make sure that you're joining legitimate groups, especially on social media, and learn about that group. So we have this private group for customers only called the Essential Pearl. We also have a larger group, which is part of our upline community that has a lot of holistic practitioners, naturopathic physicians, essential oil experts that have 10 plus years of experience, and that's called the Essential Wellness PDX group. So either of these, and of course doTERRA, are on Facebook, and joining these groups will enable you to have access to information that is accurate. And then take the time to study. Use not only your reference guide, but you can go online and find a myriad of essential wellness books that are going to help you get started. Let's look at some of these resources. You might want to take a picture of this screen because it lists out all the different books that we use as wellness advocates to help you to put protocols together for you. There are also several phone apps that you can download and are very inexpensive. doTERRA has ebooks online on a variety of subjects. And then we also have a podcast that doTERRA has available online through your doTERRA account. So I've listed that URL as well. And then we have a very extensive database in our team website called essentialwellness.life. The password for that group is success, and you can look at so many webinars, listen to so many team calls, and really get an understanding as to the benefits of oils from different experts. So I suggest that you take a little bit of time during your week, even if it's just 15-20 minutes, to start educating yourself about not only the oils you have on hand, but the conditions that you might need support with and which oils can help you in that regard. When we start off with oils, it can be a little overwhelming because there are so many and they can do so much, but oils are very similar to eating salads or eating, fruits and vegetables, they're all good for you. They're all going to have benefits, and some of them are going to overlap in their benefits. So the oils, because they're taken from plants, they're taken from nature, they're going to have very similar properties. You want to use options that are listed in the book. And let's say the book refers you to maybe 10 oils. It doesn't mean you would take all 10 oils. It just means that all of those 10 oils are going to support that specific condition or issue that you're looking up. So maybe pick one or two or three. But it's wonderful because it gives you options. You may not have all those oils on the list, but you may have a couple of them. So use what you have. More than anything, I encourage you not to get discouraged or overwhelmed, because we can get overwhelmed when we're starting. I know I did. It was very scary for me in a sense, because I was afraid of making a mistake. I was afraid of taking the wrong thing. I was even scared to blend things. And even to put things in my diffuser, I would get very nervous, I was concerned not only about the smell, but what was that concoction going to create in the air. And I'm here to tell you that there's no reason to get concerned or alarmed, because we're going to go over some safety and some things to keep in mind. But just remember that plants are just natural medicine out there, just like your fruits and your vegetables. And so you don't have to fear them. It just takes a little bit of knowledge and know-how, and you're going to be a pro in no time. So when you start, you may have some of these questions, wondering, what do I need to know about the safety of essential oils, or tools and supplies, how to blend different things? If you finish one of your favorite oils, how do you get it? How do you order more? We're going to go over this and so much more in the presentation. If you recall from your class, we went over the 3 ways to use essential oils, which is aromatic, topical, and internal. We're going to cover each of these with recipes and tips, starting with the aromatic use of essential oils through a diffuser. Now, when you inhale essential oils, it can affect your mood and it can positively impact your health as well. And getting started with your diffuser is super simple. All you need to do is fill your reservoir with cold water, make sure it's clean water, and then you're going to have a red dot or a max line, something that will indicate how far you can add water to that specific container. And then add 4 to 10 drops of one oil or mix, several different oils. You set your timer and that's it. It's ready to go. Just make sure that if you have pets, there are some oils that you want to be cautious of, especially around cats. So oregano, thyme, tea tree, peppermint, spearmint, and wintergreen are some of the oils that you want to avoid if you have cats. Also, cats or dogs, just make sure that you don't enclose them with the diffuser. Leave the door open. So if they don't like the scent, they can leave. They're very smart. And if they feel uncomfortable, they can just leave the room. You also want to make sure to clean your diffuser. Every 1 to 2 weeks, I clean mine about once a week. And all you do is add 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, fill it with water, and turn it on for 5 or 10 minutes. Dump the water and then clean it out with the soft cloth inside and out. Super simple, but it's going to ensure that you do have a very efficient ultrasonic plate working in your diffuser all the time. Here are some recipes, so get your cameras out or take a screenshot. We're going to cover different categories. This is going to be all about sleep and rest and relaxation, and you can see that there are some basic oils that come in almost all of the kits, like Breathe and Lavender, Frankincense, Deep Blue, Adaptive. And I've also listed several oils that are known for their relaxing and calming properties. What I find the most exciting is making my own blends. And that's what I look forward to every morning. I have several booklets and books on diffuser recipes, and just finding something that resonates with me that day is very intoxicating. Here with the Serenity combo, uh, following along the lines of sleep and relaxation. If you have a little trouble sleeping, your mind is going before you go to bed, then I would recommend you try this combination. Serenity is a blend of very calming oils. You can see them listed above. And then the complex has L-theanine and lemon balm, passion flower. All of these are very calming and soothing. doTERRA did a study with the Serenity Restful Complex, and they found that the majority of people in the study reported such an improvement in their overall rest and sleep. They felt more restored, and they never woke up groggy. They felt refreshed upon waking. So try this combo and see how it works out for you. You would take 1 or 2 of the soft gels about 30 minutes before bed, and then use the Serenity oil in your diffuser. And you can also use it on the bottom of your feet, the back of your neck, and your wrists, or make a spray for your pillow. Make sure you add that to your wish list. Here we're moving into the immune system and different blends that you can create for your diffuser to cleanse and purify the air. So I'll give you a second to take a screenshot of that. And now for respiratory support and environmental challenges. These are all wonderful oils to help you when you're dealing with itchy and watery eyes, you're sniffling and sneezing, the different seasons are causing discomfort in your sinuses or head tension. These are great oils to try in your diffuser. We're going to move into the power of topical use of essential oils and the power of touch. It does so much. It releases endorphins, and those endorphins can also reduce pain, elevate your mood. So use the oils for massaging your partner, massaging your children, massaging yourself. It is a wonderful way to incorporate oils into your daily wellness protocol. And so in this segment, we're going to be learning about dilution, about safety, and how to make some rollerball blends and recipes along these lines. When you dilute your oils, it is suggested that you use a carrier oil. We love to use fractionated coconut oil, which means the coconut oil is always liquid at room temperature. It doesn't solidify. It's really great for your skin. And in a moment, I'll talk more about how the viscosity and the weight of this oil helps with the extended benefit of essential oils. Another thing you might want to add to your list is this little pump. doTERRA has it in their inventory for the most part, but lately I believe it's been out of stock, so just check in regularly. If not, you can probably find it online as well. Another great way to dilute your oils is to get the doTERRA hand and body lotion. It is completely unscented, so you can add your own scent to it. Just a little squirt, add some lavender or serenity or passion. Passion is my favorite. And then you have a fabulous hand lotion or body lotion. So let's dive into dilution. Dilution is really important, and it does extend the use of your oils, and it helps the body absorb them. It totally improves it. So let's look at this in more detail. We have an image of essential oils without dilution. Essential oils are volatile compounds, so they flash off your skin quickly. Just imagine when you put alcohol on your skin, it just flashes off, it just evaporates. Same thing with essential oils. So when you do not dilute your oils, then you only are absorbing about a 4% of that oil. If you use a carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, or FCO as it's known, then you get about a 10% dilution, because the molecular structure of the coconut oil is heavier than the essential oil. So they are going to come together and they're going to drive that oil deeper. However, if you dilute your oils and you cover the area, for instance, if you put it on the bottom of your feet, you put some socks on, or if you're putting it on your back and you put a sweater or a shirt on, covering the oil is going to allow for a 70% dilution or more. So you can see the benefit of diluting your oil. It's not going to make it less effective. On the contrary. Now, the other reason that we would dilute oils is that you want to ensure the safety for babies, for children, for the elderly. They have their skin that is a lot thinner, more fragile. So it's important that you dilute for them, including pregnant women and even for your pets. We also dilute because there are a variety of oils that can be very hot or have a very, very cooling sensation, and it can either irritate your skin or it'll be an uncomfortable process. So oils like oregano, please always dilute oregano. That is a very hot oil, as well as clove and cinnamon and cassia, thyme. Deep blue can be very cooling, so you may want to dilute deep blue. Peppermint, On Guard, wintergreen. And these are just some of the oils that you want to be cautious of. So as you can see, very important to dilute. And one thing I do want to make sure that we cover is that if you happen to get oils on your skin or in your eyes, do not use water to dilute it or clear it out. You want to use oil, because what happens if you use water, remember that oil and water do not mix. It's just going to exacerbate the problem. So it will drive those oils deeper. Use fractionated coconut oil or any other type of carrier oil or vegetable oil to dilute that sensation. Now we're going to move into dilution with these blends and how you can make these different blends for different ages. So for your wish list, make sure you have some roller balls. They're very helpful. They just have a little metal or glass roller ball on top, and you can get a 5 milliliter or 10 milliliter. Those are the most popular sizes. doTERRA has 6 usually in stock for $4.75. Great to just have them available, because when you need to make a blend, the last thing you want is to realize you don't have any roller balls around. And all you would do is add your oils first, and then you top it with the fractionated coconut oil. There is a very basic dilution guide here that you may want to take a screenshot of. And you can see that for babies 0 to 12 months, it would be 1 drop, 1 to 5 drops in 2 teaspoons. So a 10 milliliter is equivalent to 2 teaspoons. For small children, kids, youth and adults, elderly and pregnant women. Now, a lot of adults sometimes use their oils neat, which means no dilution. So for certain conditions, or if you have something that's very acute and you're just going to need the oil for a few days, then you can do a 50% dilution or use it neat. But if you're going to use something for an extended period of time, something that's more chronic per se, then you would want to use a lower dilution. There are a lot of dilution guides online, but this is a place to help you get started and just see the range that is safe for different ages. There are a lot of oils that are photosensitive. So for the following oils, including blends, you want to be very careful to avoid the sun for at least 12 hours. If you use any of these oils, try to do it at night or make sure it's in a covered area, maybe the bottom of your feet or along your back. Don't go sunbathing or gardening or biking or do anything like that if you use any of these oils topically on areas that are exposed. And then, of course, never use essential oils in any of your private parts, inside your ears, inside your nose, or inside your eyes. This deserves a screenshot, so make sure that you take a picture of this list. Let's move into the recipes. Here we have a really important recipe, especially now with all the environmental threats going on. It's called Fluma, and it's a super duper powerful blend of essential oils that are antiviral, antibacterial, antiseptic, very protective, will really boost that immune system. So 10 drops of each. Fluma stands for F, frankincense, lemongrass, oregano, on guard. Tea tree is also known as melaleuca. That's where your M comes in, and then your arborvitae. And you can apply this blend inside your mask, outside your mask, wrist, neck, bottom of feet. It's a wonderful blend. You're going to love the scent. And then to help you sleep, you have your Sweet Dreams blend with lavender, vetiver, cedarwood, and frankincense. Head tension blend. Now this is a great blend, not only for head tension, but also for just pain in general, inflammation, discomfort. I use it when my shoulder was bothering me or when my back is just really tense from sitting. I use this blend on a regular basis, but it works wonders, especially if you have those very intense headaches that make you miserable, where you can't see light, you can't think straight, you can't stand noise. Then I would recommend putting this blend on the back of your neck every 15 minutes until those symptoms start to subside. Here's one for mamas with babies or little kiddies that are suffering from ear pain. You don't have to do all three of them. They all have very powerful antiseptic and antibacterial properties, but you can do 1 drop of tea tree and 1 drop of lavender. Your basil is optional. And then just make sure that it's not touching the skin of the ear. The drop should be in the middle of the cotton ball when you fold it over, so it's protected on either end. And then just put it in the ear and hold. Well, sometimes you can tape it, or if it's small enough, the ear canal will hold the cotton ball in place. But usually the first, second, third time that you use this, it will really make a difference in clearing up that pain and inflammation. Sinus relief. I tried this and it really works. Just be very careful, especially with the oregano. With the boiling water, don't get your head too close to the bowl or to the cup. But it's a great recipe, especially now as we're heading into winter and we start to have some sinus congestion. This would be a fabulous way to inhale your oils and get that aromatherapy as well as the benefits of supporting that nasal canal. Detoxing bath salts. I love to take a bath. I try to take a bath at least once or twice a week. And this is a quick recipe that you can use. You can make it at the time of your bath, but I like to make a batch for several baths. And it's important that you don't just add the oils to your tub and then add the salts and everything separately. I suggest you put it all together, because the Epsom salt and the baking soda will absorb the oil. And then when you put it in your tub, it'll dissolve properly. If you just do the oils in your water, it's going to float on the top. So it's better if you just create this quick little blend. And oh, it smells amazing. And you really do feel so relaxed after you take a bath with these. We're going to move into internal use. And something that we've been taught is that it is always best to use small, frequent dosages throughout the day. Sometimes people can say, well, if one is good, then 3 is better. Not in the case of oils. You want to use the suggested amount and be more consistent with it throughout the day. But for example, here, for internal use, which refers more to like a soft gel or a veggie cap, then you have a max within 24 hours for adults of 24 drops. And for children, it would be 3 to 12 drops in 24 hours. And for oral, here is your max as well. And for topical, there is this great ebook doTERRA has that talks about internal use, the safety, how to do it, any precautions or concerns people might have about internal use. Then I would suggest you look at this book because it's very helpful. And we have been using essential oils throughout our lives internally and maybe not even realizing it, because there is food grade essential oils, and they're added to salad dressings and beverages and candy and gum. So we do use essential oils in our food on a regular basis. So the oils that I'm talking about here are just doTERRA. This does not refer to any oil you might have from the store or the market. You have to make sure that they are absolutely safe and pure, as doTERRA's are. So this is just referring to the doTERRA essential oils. But you can get started by simply adding 1 or 2 drops of citrus to your water. Always make sure you use a stainless steel water bottle or a glass or ceramic. Don't use plastic because the oils can break down the plastic rather quickly, and you don't want to drink water filled with petrochemicals. So make sure that you use the appropriate container. And then start exploring. If you have lemon in your kit and you're liking the lemon, make sure that you have a variety of other citrus oils to support your urogenital tract. So wild orange and lime and tangerine, all of these are great options. Another way to take your essential oils internally are through a veggie capsule. And doTERRA has these available. They're about $4. I'm going to show a picture of them in just a second. But some of the oils can be a little bitter, can be a little strong tasting. You might want to create a recipe that adds 2 or 3 different oils. Then a veggie capsule would be a very convenient way of doing that. doTERRA also has pre-made soft gels available for some of their products, and I've listed those as well. But I love taking my oils internally. They have made such a difference for me, especially when it comes to my mood or when it comes to my tummy issues. They are very effective and they work very quickly. But let's look at some recipes for internal use. Here are the veggie capsules I was mentioning earlier. Here's an immune balm, 2 of each in a veggie capsule. When you start to feel the yucks coming on, here's a great recipe to try. This is a constipation suppository. So 1 drop Digest Zen in a veggie capsule, or 1 drop lavender, 1 drop cardamom, and you just coat it with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, and that'll make it easy for insertion. Another great way to use your oils internally, in a shot. Get a little shot glass with 1 or 2 ounces of water, and then you can add your oils to that. So here is a blend to help with the environmental challenges you might be facing. If you don't want to make your own veggie capsule or use it in a shot glass, then consider using Try Ease. This one is ready to go and has these 3 oils in it. More oils internally can be found in our wonderful throat drops. I have all of these all the time because they taste great and they really work. So for immune support, respiratory support, and digestive support. And right now, I believe for the season, we have lemon lime available in our limited edition holiday collection. We're going to move on to how to integrate essential oils in your daily protocol. And this can be challenging for us when we're first starting. And it's all about a lifestyle, integrating it to your daily routine. And if we want to really embrace a healthier lifestyle, we want to integrate these essential oils and doTERRA throughout our day. And I'm going to show you how you can do that very easily. When you had your lifestyle overview, I'm sure they went over this wellness pyramid. It was developed by one of the co-founders of doTERRA, Dr. David Hill. And what he shares is that when you integrate wellness throughout your day in a routine, then you start to really enjoy those benefits, not only physically, but also emotionally. And so this wellness pyramid helps us see that everything from the foundation up is primarily lifestyle. Our nutritious food, our movement, how much we sleep and rest and manage stress, reducing our toxic load. All of this is something we have control over and something that we can work towards improving. And as our numbers get higher and higher on this wellness pyramid, then we start to enjoy some of those benefits. Let's look at some ways that we can do this. Now, our foundation is our vitamins, and nutrition is so important. If you recall from essential oil class, there was great information regarding the Lifelong Vitality Pack and how so many of us don't eat very healthy. If we do, we may not have a variety of healthy foods that we're integrating into our diets, or we eat fast food, or we microwave food, or we cook the heck out of the food, which kills the nutrition. And all of this has an impact on our ability to heal, our ability to support our various systems. So using the Lifelong Vitality Pack is like #1 for everybody. And this is for pregnant people, for men, for women. These are wonderful vitamins that are bioavailable and don't have any of the fillers or binders or synthetic ingredients found in other products. So start with your vitamins, and I want to cover the value of these vitamins. Now, the pack of 3 is $79.50, but the nutrition in this month's supply is equivalent to $900 worth of groceries. Isn't that amazing? Here are some examples of what you can find in the Lifelong Vitality Pack. For example, if you wanted to have 300 milligrams of your EPA, which is part of the omega, you'd need 132 ounces of canned tuna. Or if you wanted to have enough vitamin A, you'd have to have 50 medium carrots. Or vitamin C, 1 gallon of orange juice. So you can see how this can quickly add up to a $900 grocery bill. But you can just have your Lifelong Vitality Pack on a regular basis. Now you want to start slowly because sometimes we need to build up the nutritional support of the body. And the normal dose is 2 of each supplement twice a day if you're over 120 pounds. If you're under 120 pounds, then it would be 1 of each twice a day. But you can start off slowly with a quarter dose or a half dose and then just slowly work your way up to the full dose. And then make it a lifestyle. Take them at the same time every day. So maybe you're going to take them with breakfast and lunch or breakfast and dinner. The other thing that I would recommend is to have them visible. I like to organize my vitamins. It's made quite a difference for me. So I have a vitamin, like a pill pack, and it's for 7 days. It has AM and PM, and I have them out in my kitchen counter. So whenever I'm preparing breakfast or lunch or dinner, they're visible and it reminds me to take them. So organize them because it does make it easier if you already have your weekly pill box set up. And then the longer you take them, the better you're going to feel. You start to notice an improvement within a couple of weeks. But remember, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you take them for a month and you don't get the results that you want, doTERRA will refund your money. So it's a safe bet to give them a try, even if it's just for a month. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, I don't like to take pills. But these are easy to swallow. They're not that big. And there was a tip that somebody shared from doTERRA that said if you fill your mouth up with water and then you tilt your head forward, the pills will float. And then you just tilt your head back and they'll just go down easily with that water. So I've been using that method and it's really working. I like it. It's fun. One great thing about using, we're going to talk about the loyalty reward program in just a second. In this program, you can get additional supplements at reduced prices when you purchase the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So you can add up to 3 additional supplements to your vitamin kit for very reduced prices. So we're going to look at that program in just a second, but I wanted to highlight this because when I got started, I wasn't informed about how to save money with some of the other supplements I needed. And I didn't learn until afterward that this would have been the smartest way to get them. So I wanted to point that out to you. Here is a protocol suggested by Dr. David Hill. I'm not going to go over all of it, but it just highlights how throughout the day you could include doTERRA in your wellness protocol. So just as an example, when you get up in the morning, add a couple of drops of balance to the soles of your feet upon waking up because it's anti-inflammatory, it centers your emotions, it also increases the oxygen of your red blood cells. And then taking 2 drops, frankincense, copaiba, and Siberian fir sublingually. And then when you drink your water in the morning, add a couple of drops of lemon, and then take your vitamins and your Terrazyme with your breakfast. There's your first morning protocol. And then in the afternoon, diffuse. Make sure that you diffuse your oils. I diffuse throughout the day, and I diffuse at night before I go to bed. And then take your vitamins again, a little bit more lemon in your water. In the evening, some Terrazyme with your dinner, a little bit more lemon, diffuse some On Guard at bedtime, a little bit of lavender, and you can add some other oils to your diffuser to help you relax. You can see that if you are slowly and incrementally including these essential oils and wellness products in your daily routine, it becomes part of your life. It becomes second nature. It's just a matter of having them visible and following a protocol. Now, when you had your overview, make sure you check out page 16 of your Live Guide because, like I mentioned earlier, your protocol would have been specific for the needs that you had at that time. If they've changed, reach out to your wellness advocate so that they can go over your current needs and make adjustments to your protocol if necessary. Now, here are some suggestions depending on what you might need support with right now. So when we started, we were talking about thinking about 2 or 3 things that you need support with, 2 or 3 things that prompted you to get started with doTERRA. Well, here are categories, and you could take screenshots of these so that you can look at them in more detail afterward. But what I would suggest is that as we go through it, you categorize them from 1 to 4, which is the most important, and then start there. And then maybe next month or the month after that, then you start working on the second most important category. So here you have nutrition for digestion and inflammation. And of course, there are children's vitamins and probiotics for them. Exercise and weight management, what you can do to support you there. And then rest and managing stress. Your frankincense balance, the serenity combo we talked about. And then the fabulous adaptive system. If you don't know about that, you're going to want to learn about this system. It's amazing. And then reducing toxic load, what you can do to start to swap out some of your toxic products, beauty products, and even home cleaning products with the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate so that you have less toxic exposure throughout the day. So let's go into the lifelong, I'm still thinking about the vitamins, the loyalty reward program, and how you can receive free products. And this is a very convenient way to get your products delivered at home. And it's basically a monthly wellness box. Let's see how it works. So when you enrolled and you purchased your kit, you received a membership for an entire year. And this gave you the option 1 of saving 25% throughout the year on all of your products. Option 2 is what we're going to talk about today, where you can save 35 to 55% on the loyalty reward program, where you would purchase, earn points, and then you exchange those points for free product. Now, this program is for you if you want to save money, if you like getting reimbursed for your shipping. So when you purchase your products, you pay for the shipping, but then the following month you get reimbursed in points, and then you can exchange those points for a free product. If you prefer to be home, safe, convenient, and warm, and shop from there, and even if you're just purchasing products that are commonly used throughout the month, so your toothpaste, your mouthwash, deodorant, shampoo, and conditioner, these are all products that you can purchase with your wholesale membership. Or maybe you're on the Lifelong Vitality Pack and other supplements. You're going to be taking those on a regular basis, on a monthly basis. So the loyalty reward program is the best and smartest way to get those so that you can earn points and free products. Or if you just like saving money, getting free stuff, and if you have a wish list, maybe you have a wish list of oils, you can start earning points so that you can get those oils for free. Let's look at how this works. Now, sometimes people worry that they're going to be committed into this expensive program and they're not going to be able to get out of it, or it's going to be a chore. It's not. I mean, I felt the same way when I started. I was hesitant and I didn't want a commitment, and I felt fearful of the responsibility of purchasing something every month. But what I learned was that I was going to buy these things anyway, so I might as well get free things for it, right? What I love about doTERRA is their flexibility. One of the things that they're very flexible on is that you don't have to buy a ton of things. You just purchase one thing, things that you're probably going to need anyway. It could be a hand sanitizer or a bar soap or a toothpaste or your lemon. It doesn't have to be anything huge, just something that at least has 1 point. So that's the first thing. Not a huge financial commitment for sure. The second thing to keep in mind is that you can go up a ladder of this percentage ladder where you get 5% increase every 3 months, every time you order 50 points. So 1 point is equivalent in most cases to $1. Not everything is 1 for 1, but just to give you a rough idea or estimate of how it works. So if you do 50 for 3 months, for 3 consecutive months, then on the 4th month, you would jump up to 15% and so forth and so on. You don't have to do 50 consecutively. You can do 50 1 month, then 10, then 30, then 70, then 10, then 80. It's going to take you longer for sure, but it doesn't have to be consecutive. When you do 50 points 3 times, then you jump up to the next percentage point or percentage bracket. The max is 30%. So 50%, let's say that you're at 10% and you order 100 points. 10% of 100 is 10. So you would get 10 points added to your point bank or doTERRA bank. And as you accumulate these points, then you can purchase free product using them. And we'll go over that in just a second. Now, you can cancel at any time. There is no obligation, and there's also no fee to become a part of this loyalty reward program. One thing I did when I started was make sure I got the product of the month, because I knew that with my protocol and all the health challenges I had, there were things that I needed to use on a daily basis to get better. And so I always got, and I think for the past 5 years, I have always gotten my free oil of the month. When you order 125 points between the 1st and the 15th of the month, then you get doTERRA's free product of the month. And they choose it for you. And many times there are oils that they do not have in their inventory. They are limited edition, special oils only available for that month. So I would suggest you take advantage of it and try to always set up your date for the first 2 weeks of the month. Now, step 1, if you're new to doTERRA or you don't know how to get started reordering, this is where we're going to break that down for you. Step 1 is to go to doTERRA.com, and you're going to need your login information. Now, there's an option for if you have Spanish speakers or other languages available. If you want to change your language, you can do that right below. But the first step is to just initiate your session at doTERRA.com. And step 2, you're going to need your member ID and your password. Look at the last page of your Live Lifestyle Overview Guide for this information, or check your email from doTERRA. Step 3, to get started in the Loyalty Reward Program, which is the purple, then you would create a new LRP. If you're going to place a one-time order, then you would push the blue button. And this will not give you any reward points. You don't get access to special promotions. You don't get reimbursed for shipping. If you do join the Loyalty Reward Program, make sure you always use your purple Loyalty Reward template to place an order, to make sure that you always get reimbursed for shipping and that you do have, you do get rewarded for any points that you qualify for. Now, step 4, as soon as you push that button, create new LRP, then it's going to give you a calendar option, and you get to select the date for your monthly shipment. And you won't be charged until this date. Now you'll see there are dates in purple and dates in black. The purple dates are going to qualify you for the free oil of the month if you purchase 125 or above in any given month. If it's black, then those are other processing dates that are available. And if it's in gray, the date is no longer available for shipping. And just make sure you always save your date and then you can shop. Step 5. So you add products from a variety of different places. You can go to shop next to where it says doTERRA, and you can shop by clicking on the pictures, right? Or you can do a search in the search bar. So those are the 3 ways that you can shop. And then you would just add products to your cart, and whenever you want to see what's in your bag, just go to bag up at the top in the purple bar, or the little bag up in the corner. Super easy. And before I forget, you can download doTERRA's shop app if you're going to be using your phone or your tablet, and that's going to make it so much easier to edit your order every month. Step 6, from here, this is where you can see your cart. You can see how many points you have. You can see how many estimated earned points you'll be receiving based on your order. And you can do a quick add. If you forgot to add something to your cart, then you can just do a quick add, and that'll automatically put it in your cart. So this is a great way to get an overview of everything that's happening with that order. When you are satisfied with your order, then you can either click save and proceed to get this order processed on the date you selected. So that would be the purple button on the bottom. Or if you can't wait and you just want it now, then proceed to checkout, and it will not duplicate your order. So let's say it's November 5th or November 8th, then you would just click proceed to checkout, and it will not repeat on November 20th, even though that's the date that's saved, because you're only required to place 1 order a month. So clicking that button basically just advances the ship date. Now remember to make your monthly changes. When you place an order, it remains saved. This is your custom personalized template. So when you place an order, all it does is simply change the date. So if you process an order in November 20th, once that order ships out, everything stays in your cart, and the only thing that's going to be changed is the date. So then it'll switch over to December 20th. What you want to do once a month, at least 1 day before the ship date, is to change it. So add a reminder, add a bell, add a notification, put it in your calendar, because if you don't change it, it'll ship out the same thing in your cart. So just do that, and it's going to be easy peasy. Once you log in, this is what you're going to see. All you do is click edit order, and it'll take you to your cart, and you can change items from there. Since you always need to leave 1 item in the cart, then it's always best to add something new and then delete the old. Okay, last screen on this is to change the date. If you need to change your order date for any reason, you can do it with that little pencil and calendar at the top. Just click on that and you can make adjustments to your date. This is where you can also, again, see your reward points. And whenever you want to use your points, then you would just click in the column that says use points, and you do the drop down that corresponds to the quantity in your cart, and you can get some free products that way. And just a reminder to consider donating to the Healing Hands Foundation. 100% of all donations go to this foundation to support different nonprofits throughout the world to change lives worldwide. When you're ready to use your points, you do need to purchase one item minimum. So you can't just get a completely free order. You have to purchase one PV. The reason for this is that since you need to have 1 point every month minimum, if you purchased free items, those are like one-time items. They're going to leave the cart and then your cart will be empty. And so you have to purchase one item that's part of the regular inventory. It could be something small like a hand sanitizer. There is a $3 processing fee whenever you do use your reward points. So I recommend using points when you have 50, 60, 70 to make it worthwhile. And then anytime you want to exchange your points, when you prepare that order, you cannot save it as part of your loyalty reward template. You need to proceed to checkout right away. Oh, and that's the alarm for our class. So we are at an hour and we're going to be wrapping up just on time. So give me 2 more minutes and we'll be completing this class. You cannot buy everything in doTERRA's inventory on points. There are a few things that you can't, for example, the vitamins and the diffusers, some items like that cannot be purchased through points. And you do have 1 year to use your points from the time that you receive them. Here's an overview of some of the things we discussed, some of the items that I suggest you add to your wish list. And then to wrap up, I want to just invite you to think about the difference doTERRA has made in your life, the impact it's had in your health, and wouldn't it be wonderful to help others feel that way, help others with natural solutions. And doTERRA has 3 ways that we can share with others, and it also enables us to receive some free products. You can refer a friend and you can receive free oils that way. You can enroll a friend and earn some extra money, and we can show you how to do that. Or you can also build a team. This can be a way to complement or even replace your income. And it's super easy. You can share with a friend by finding out what support they need and then giving them a sample. You teach them 3 cool things about oils, 3 easy ways to use the essential oils, and then you share a way that they can get started with various kit options. It's as easy as that. And if you want to learn more about sharing or building, then connect with me, connect with the person that enrolled you, and then we would set up an appointment to make sure we answer your questions, give you the details, and help you get started. It's a wonderful way to not only support others with natural health, but to get some free products as well. So I'm going to move on to see if there are any questions and see what kind of support you might need. Maybe we didn't cover everything in the class. And just as a reminder that every time you purchase oils, you are changing the lives of other people in so many different ways, in countries throughout the world, and you are impacting, the quality of their lives and their livelihood. So everything you do does make a difference and help others in more than 47 countries throughout the world. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over to Gabby and Elsa and ask if there are any questions before we wrap up. So let's see. Elsa, are there any questions? Or Gabby? Make sure you unmute yourself.
I don't see any questions yet.
Yes, I think all the questions, I think everything was explained pretty good, and hopefully we can see this when it's recorded, and then if we do have any questions or something that we missed, we can go back and see it, like recipes. But yeah, everything was very nicely explained.
Oh, thank you, Elsa. Anything, Gabby, that you want to share before we wrap up?
Oh, I really like the wish list.
Yeah.
Having those already like images ready to go so you know what to get when you need, to reorder. I like that.
Good. It's easy, huh? Okay, well, I want to thank you both so much for being here and just being available in case we did have questions. And I hope that this was a helpful class for all of you. For those that were not able to connect with us, I'm going to have this recorded and available for others that you might even want to share with that couldn't join us live or that are not part of this group. But a quiz will also be available to any that want to participate in that. I want to look at the attendance and see. Okay, so we have Kay and we have Hazel. So I'm going to be adding you both to the raffle. And we're going to be raffling an oil. And I'll be announcing the winner on Facebook in just a couple of minutes. So,
Ellie.
mm-hmm.
Kay wanted to also let you know that she thought it was important to say if you skip a month on LRP, then your percentage goes back down, right?
Yes.
To 10%. Or
Well,
can you clarify that?
right. Well, it has been known to happen. If you cancel your LRP, your loyalty reward program, you will lose any points you have. And let's say you're at 15 or 20 or 25%. If you cancel and then you decide later to restart it, you will lose those points and you will have to start back at 10%. When you are on the loyalty reward program and let's say your credit card didn't go through, or let's say that for some reason you weren't able to place an order, you will not lose your percentage. It's only when you cancel is when you lose it. But if you become inactive because there was a glitch with your card or something like that happened, then you don't lose your percentage. Okay, ladies, well, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you again in the near future. We'll be having class number 2 next Saturday. So I'm not sure if it's going to be live at this point, but there will be a presentation on nutrition and supplementation. Hope you will join us then. Have a great one.